Did you want to do it on camera or do it just via voice right now?
Via voice, because I don't have a screen set up.
Griffin Co. Thank you, Griffin Co., our longest time sponsor. They are an amazing family company that makes 3D printed works and laser printings and just tons of tabletop things. Actually, like they do everything. They make what is it? Terrain. They make spell effects. They have just like a barrage of things. Check them out at griffinco.com. And on checkout, use Fabled42, that's Fabled 42 to get 22% off your purchase. Thank you, Griffin Co.
You should also check out Underground Oracle. They create 5th edition resources for DMs and players. Their inaugural setting of their Cypher system is going to be Harrow the Blighted Plane. They describe it as a crystal punk fantasy in what they say is a fallen world. And patrons of their $3 per month tier or higher will have access to the Quick Start Guide, containing rule modules, creatures, other really cool stuff to help you get started until the full-fledged version becomes available on Kickstarter. You can also have access to the Cypher shorts, one-shot adventures, and subscribers of their newsletter can get free Cypher boosters with additional game content. You can find them at undergroundoracle.com or at DriveThruRPG. And then, in continuing which sponsors you could check out, you should also look at Nine Realms Gaming. We got a bunch of friends over there, hand making all your products from natural wood to create quality, affordable gaming accessories for all. Lots of neat little handcrafted things they got there. And you can use a promo code with them too. It's Fabled42, Fabled 42, to get 10% off on your next purchase over at ninerealmsgaming.com.
We can't forget about Critical Dice. They have an amazing assortment of dice and even a very popular dice subscription service for your inner goblin. Stick around for your chance to win the Critical Dice giveaway that'll be called at the end of our stream. Our giveaways, by the way, are for US and Canada only because of giveaway laws. And yeah.
Screw you, Quebec.
Yeah. Also, don't forget about our other shows. We've got, us, of course, on Mondays. Then there's also... Hold on a second. I got a message. I got distracted.
Heroes of Salon.
Yes. Hold on a second. Yep, Heroes of Salon on Wednesdays. They're freaking awesome, so check them out as well. And we are going to have a Search for Planet Azad science fiction homebrew campaign that's going to be starting hopefully next month if I can get everyone in one place at the same time. But yeah, check us out on YouTube. Also, don't forget, if you're a subscriber to us on Twitch or a Patreon subscriber, you can give out 1 luck or 1 inspo to some of the players, or to me if you want to make their lives a living hell. Thank you, fam.
All right, Poop, do you want to go ahead and and bring us in? Yeah, your name on Zoom is still Poop. You haven't changed it.
I forgot about that. Hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Yes. Well, thanks for chilling with us. Sorry for the delay, but it was fun chit-chatting with you while I stuffed my face full of wine. Cheers today. Where we left off, let's see. The team had finally escaped hell with the help of Evie, who is that long-lost twin sister they've been searching for with any kind of clue of how this war may end up or where Lander may be. By happenstance, they were taken directly up to at least her quarters, but it looks like Lander was planted there to lure them in, just to steal the source of the witch, and he betrayed them on the spot and escaped. With not a lot of time to kind of think on what had just happened with their friend, who they've spent weeks looking for at a time, they were able to escape hell in one piece, with Evie's warning that both sides are actively searching for them now, and their safest place was anywhere but hell, for other obvious reasons. So they're here. They did meet a new character named Vera, who seem to already know of their existence, at least Calamity and Toddle's existence, and seems to want to help them. Seems that their story of unleashing all of the souls and all of the power that Hell had in the war has spread, and spread really quickly. So the tides are turned, gears are in motion. The side of evil, the cultists, all of the families are in severe panic at the moment. So they're here, trying to find, I don't know, some sort of safe solution for themselves, as well as maybe possibly trying to make some sort of impact in this new possible oncoming war. And they're here. Vera does have their own ship, and they are boarding it to cross this really humongous river up into the mountains, far north. And it is about a couple of weeks' journey until they even get near the mountain range, but they are well on their way. Where we left the characters off, it looks like Avran was attuning with this newly found sword. And meanwhile, Calamity is kind of scurrying about trying to help Vera with the ship, since Vera didn't really have a crew. But now they're here. Several hours have passed, and it looks like the sun is gonna set in the next couple hours or so. So it's late afternoon. The water itself is pretty calm. They seem to be approaching an island. I would say maybe a mile or so ahead of them. But they are on their way. The seas are calm. The river seas, the fresh water is calm. What do you guys talk about?
Well, my first question is for you, Anne. If several hours have passed, does that mean we have long rested?
Yes.
All right. See, I'm glad I asked, because I needed rest.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
Me too, actually. So I'm happy about it.
I think all of us needed that.
Yes.
All right, back to normal. So I'm kind of taking in the sea air, just walking along the deck, and I walk up to Calamity, and I say, "Well, my little friend, what do you think about our new companion here? I still haven't got the measure of him."
I don't know. I think it's strange that they knew who we were, and that I guess their order or whatever knows who we are. But they seem nice. So I guess...
Oh! I dropped the cat into the ocean.
No!
Not the cat!
Sorry.
So, I don't know. It seems fine right now. Anything's better than where we were.
Well, that's the thing that's truly puzzling me, is it's almost as if they knew that you and Lander and Tottle had gone into hell, and they were expecting the three of you to come back. Why didn't they know about me? I don't feel that it's as if they're seeing the future or anything like that. It's almost as if they've been watching you this whole time.
I don't know. I don't know.
Remind me again, who was it other than, I think, was it Evie, who knew you were going into hell?
There was... So the witch knew. The witch is the one who actually sent us down into hell. But she's dead, sort of. Not. I don't think she's dead. I think she's just without a body. And then there was this one guy who was an angel. And what are they? An Azamar?
Like the fellow that I fought down in hell.
Like that, but not evil. And he knew he knew us. He gave us safe haven. That's all I can. That's all I can really think of. You know, Toddle and Lander are a part of a secret society.
Really?
Yeah, I still don't know the name of it, but they know about them, so I guess maybe they could know about me through them. But
Suppose that's true, yes.
that's it. We were also seen by, I think they call them the occult, which is like I guess like a big evil gang. But I don't think they know who we are.
So you
Well,
hear Vera shout in the distance, from above at the wheel, and they say that they're gonna head towards that island because they need to find a crew.
all right, thank you. Well, I think best to keep an eye on him for now. I don't sense any ill intent from him. But it's just there's something unsettling about the way he was waiting for us. I just
Oh,
Oh,
them.
excuse me. They were waiting for us.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Averan, a lot of things are strange to me. I come from farmlands. I don't. What's normal to me is this is like a totally different ball game, and I'm just I don't understand as much as others.
Well, that makes two of us. I mean, we live in such an uncertain world that you don't know what's going on from one day to the next. All we can do is stick to each other and try to survive. Speaking of everything that we've gone through, how are you feeling about Lander up and leaving us? Well, leaving you, I say. I never met the man.
Well, I it's complicated, I think. I don't know how I feel. Lander was always before you came. He was the big strong one. Well, him and Fancy, but he was more approachable than Fancy. But our relationship was I don't know them that well, and Lander always seemed kind of scary. But he seemed to always be trustworthy to Toddle, and Toddle is pretty great. So it was fine. But then when he attacked, or when he when he ran at me, his feet were on fire, and I feel like there was definitely intent to hurt me, but something happened, and he didn't. But he stole the witch's source, which was, besides trying to get him out of hell, that was kind of like our main thing. He stole that, but then he gave me the bag of holding and said that everything goes to her. And when he said that, the only her I know was Fancy, but she's dead. So I don't. I think it hits Toddle a lot harder than me.
I can definitely see the Tottle shaken by it. Now, leave everything to her. Obviously, if it's Fancy's bag, and your friend Fancy is dead now, do you know of anyone that she had close to her?
There was one time, and just to reiterate, I'm still very new with them.
Are you? I didn't know that. I thought you'd been around with them for a long time. I thought I was the new one.
No, I think before we were drugged down to hell. And Calamity pauses to like stare into the void real quick, but then like snaps out of it. I I only knew them for a couple of days. I don't even think it was like for a full week.
Oh, so you've only been involved with them just a handful of days longer than I have.
Yeah, they they rescued me. There was a goblin that it's a long story, but yeah, they got me out of a black market.
I
I'm
see.
very when big people see me, they just kind of, I'm very sacrificial to them.
Well, I know that there are certain cults that use different types of creatures for sacrifices and rituals and things like that. But just want you to know I would never let anything happen to you like that. Not as long as I'm around.
You know, there was one person. I think I only knew them for a day or two, or maybe three. But you kind of remind me of him. His name was Terrence, and he he was very different than you. He was very kind of gold obsessed, but I don't know. You and him kind of have a similar aura, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
I felt comfortable around him, which is very rare for me. But I killed him by accident.
And Averan kind of pauses at this and just kind of looks out over the water and then looks back at Calamity and just with a look of not understanding, but definitely compassion. And no, it gives him a knowing look, as if like to say, like, based on what I've seen from you, like, I know that you didn't intend to. And he says to him, "Well, my little friend, from what I've seen of your power, it's uncontrolled, it's unpredictable, and so I'm sure that whatever happened to your friend Terrence, it was not done with your intention."
No, it wasn't. I thought we all thought that it was a demon because in the, there was a demon outbreak and he seemed he was different and he was speaking different and we just all thought that everything's so confusing.
Well, I certainly know that feeling. Seems like this world, there's just, you never know one day to the next what's going to happen. And so we just always have to be on our guard and just take every day one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
And, oh, go ahead.
I'm way happy to be right here on the water. It's so relaxing. I've never been on the water before.
I've spent some time on the water. In fact, when I decided to start my journey as a paladin, it was actually during a battle on a ship not too different from this one, actually. My crew and I, we were running supplies over, across the sea, and we were set upon by a pirate captain named LaForge with an undead crew. And all of a sudden, it was as if I was more powerful than I had been the day before. my sword strikes were landing much more powerful blows against my enemies. And so I was able to cut through this band of, undead cutthroats until eventually I made my way to the pirate captain. And it was as if I heard a whispering in my head, telling me to strike down the wicked. And within just a few sword strokes, he had fallen, and the rest of his undead crew fell with him as if they were joined to him. I do believe he may have been a necromancer.
Do you mean to tell me that there's dead people that can drive ships like this?
Well, I believe he was the one driving the ship, but he had the crew working under his control as if he was using magic to animate their dead bodies.
Wow. Wow. And Calamity will once again look out to the water and just have a very silent panic.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, Calamity.
Okay, I'm going to use the DM dice. Ooh, not bad. Perception. That's gonna be an unnatural 20.
Nice. Okay. Well, you're going to notice, as he mentions the power of this necromancer, you're going to see what looks to be kind of more rigid. Like this looks to be like a more shallow part of this river. And you do see a rigid kind of, I don't know, bottom to it. Instead of it being kind of dark and murky, it's a little lighter. It even reflects a little bit of light. But since you rolled a 20, you're going to notice that it's just a seabed full of bones and skulls. Which are bones.
Hi.
Hey!
Ta-da!
Chris, can you please roll a d4?
I will do this.
Oh boy. What did I just come into?
Ooh, a 1.
A 1? Okay. So, Averon would notice Calamity look out into the water, and his big long ears are up and kind of like angled like freaking what is it, like satellites or whatever. And you see one pellet drop out.
Pellet as in a poop.
As in a poop.
As in a poop.
Oh, there's the cat.
Wow.
And since it looks like Calamity's sitting on the railing and that dropped on the deck, I just kind of, with my boot, kind of just kick it over the edge of the ship, and it falls in the water.
And I'm gonna say, Averan, does that look like bones on the water to you?
And I look down to where he's pointing.
Perception check.
All right. Let's see.
Real quick, while he's doing that, how do I sound? Because I got new headphones. Woo!
Nice. You sound great.
Yay.
And I rolled a 14.
Yeah, you would notice it. At least this, maybe not to the extent or in the detail that Calamity might, but yeah, you notice that this whole, underneath this part of the river is all bones.
And, honestly, with all the things that Averan has seen, this doesn't surprise him. This would just be kind of a normal everyday in this world of ours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just kind of rest a hand on Calamity's shoulder, and I say, "Don't worry about it. I don't see any necromancers nearby."
That's good. When he says that, DM, do I happen to remember by chance, because it's just so foggy right now for me, do I happen to remember Fancy once saying something about looking for a necromancer? I can't remember. I don't remember if that was before my time or during my time. It's foggy.
No, I don't think you would remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll just do a deep exhale, and I'll look back at Avaran. Uh, uh, you asked me if there was another person that one of us might know. Well, so Fancy, who's not with us anymore because she died in hell. um, I remember her saying that she was married, but I don't. But that's as much as I remember. I don't know where or when or who. I just remember that she had a wife.
Well, maybe we can ask Tottle at some point.
Maybe. Tuttle!
Up until now, Toddle has just been sitting on top of the like wherever Vera was controlling the ship, and he's just sitting with his legs like sprawled out and his hands between his legs, and just being like the most blank expression you could see on a gnome, just trying to contemplate everything. Just like, what the actual hell am I doing right now? We just got into hell, and now we're on a boat. Lot to process. I am gonna. Todd will walk over to them upon being summoned.
Bye, Frisky Clicker.
Yeah.
Bloop. A wild Toddle appears.
A wild Toddle appeared.
Tottle, we were just wondering, might you know anything about Fancy being married and where her spouse might be located?
Mm-hmm. Yep, she was married. That was kind of like her goal was to find her wife, I believe. She needed to give her wife something. Her wife lived in, and then DM, feel free to insert here as I do not remember, but Toddle would.
Yes. Yeah, Fancy was seeking her out. There's rumor that she's safe, kind of in a place in probably one of the major cities. But even Fancy didn't really know which one. She was out there to investigate which city she might be in.
So that was kind of Fancy's whole thing, was trying to find where her wife was, because she didn't even know herself. So and of course she gave us no clues as to it. Fancy was very quiet and
Private.
Well, I'm only sorry I didn't get to meet her.
You may be able to meet her wife, so that's kind of cool.
Well, that would be nice, yes.
Mm-hmm.
At that, as you'll notice that there is, after seeing nothing but water for hours now, you will notice an island start to appear a lot closer to you all now. And the bones that are at the bottom of this river are starting to be a little bit more clear. So, Toddle, you'll notice them as well. So, as well as Vera.
Yeah. Don't be real here. And I'm like, Toddle's turn to Averon and Calamity, and this is kind of like whispery. I don't know if I trust this person 1000%. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B here. Since we don't really know what's going on with Lander, and our next journey here is to either go to try to find Fancy's wife in X city, or try to find Lander to regain the witch's source. I'm not happy with too many of these options here, and yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, now would be the opening time too, because I don't know.
Well, didn't you say you needed to go wherever we're going for some library?
That's right, yes, I needed to go explore that library, because if I'm gonna be fighting in this war that we just happened to start, then I'm gonna need to read up on it, because I don't.
That we just
my
happened
knowledge
to
is not
start.
strong. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's at least one immediate objective. There we go. Stuttering over me words.
Welcome to my life.
You're also doing an accent, so.
That I am. But I think for the immediate future, let's just focus on the task at hand. Once you find out whatever information you're looking for, and I think you even said you wanted to go to a workshop or something like that. Did I mishear you?
Oh yeah, I need to build you guys stuff to equip and like sell all of the stuff I got from hell. So.
Well, there you go. I'm sure that'll go for a high price because not
Exactly.
often do people on the surface get equipment from hell. So
Exactly.
I think let's take this as a moment to, ready ourselves for whatever the journey lies ahead.
And you're gonna notice the cat on deck is gonna come up to everyone and introduce itself and rub on everyone's legs and ask for pets.
I'm gonna be holding the willow seed and making sure it does not eat the cat.
It's definitely tries to snap at it, but you close its mouth and you're just holding it.
I scratched the top of the cat's head.
It likes you and it's stuck to you now.
Yay.
He just
How does
uses
a cat chill on a ship anyway? Wouldn't they're all jumpy and stuff. Wouldn't it fall off and in the water and hate life?
Fun fact, Vikings used to keep cats on their ships to eat all the rodents.
Mm-hmm.
And all the cats that were usually on those ships were red cats or orange cats.
The more you know.
The cheese boys.
The cheese boys were all Vikings at one point.
Wow.
Wait, why were they red cats?
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably
had fish blonde beards, so maybe they just looked closer to them.
maybe just the litter of kittens that got popular were like the red ones.
It's the Vikings, yep.
gotcha.
Neat.
Well, as land, whoa, as Aaron is petting the cat, I'm gonna kind of like elbow him, and I'm gonna say, "Ask Toddle how he's feeling about the Lander thing."
And I give him kind of a little nod, to acknowledge that I heard him. So, Toddle, how are you doing? Obviously, you're probably still in a bit of shock from everything that transpired down in hell.
Tuttle at this point is gonna raise his arms up and be like, well, what would you do if your partner in crime, he's gonna do one of those things Calamity does, where he goes, he's just talking really, really fast about all these things, like, I jumped into hell specifically to seek out Lander, and I needed to do this, and blah, and I can't believe that happened, and I have no choice but to believe it, because that's actually legitimately makes sense, and I don't know what to do here, I'm just trying to freaking do my thing, and and in going off on his little tangent, he's gonna let a little bit of information. And how am I supposed to kill this person? I mean, never mind.
Wait a minute.
You didn't hear that.
I
Well-
think I heard that.
No. You heard nothing. Nothing, never mind. And I'm actually gonna leave. Just go away. Get off the ship. Into the water. No. Jump in the water.
There's Toddle just underwater.
No, I'm gonna go back to Vera. I have to ask Vera questions.
I can answer them.
Okay.
You're just gonna let him walk away, you coward, Everett!
Well, I had a chance to speak. Because what I was going to say is I'm going to watch Toddle as he goes and see if he actually does go to Vera to ask questions of them. And if I see that Toddle doesn't actually go to Vera, then I will follow.
Look,
Sorry, my headphones kind of shorted. What's up?
Did you actually go to Vera, or did
Yes.
you use them? Okay.
I legitimately have to ask Vera questions. But
Then I go about half the distance between. I kind of motion for Calamity to stay where he is, and I go right to the bottom of the steps and just put my hands against the railing and look out on the sea, but also kind of listen.
Eavesdropping.
Smart.
And the cat is gonna follow you.
Okay. So Vera, I trust you enough that where you're taking us is exactly where we need to go. However, I have questions. Are you a part of what me and Lander were in? Is that how you knew me? I know you said you got information from your master, but can I get just like a little bit more information there? And if I need to roll anything, DM, I will.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna try to do the accent that Butters does because I will fuck it up and insult everyone. But no, Vera pretty much says that they are from kind of a religious sector that kind of strayed from the cultists, and kind of, have their own god, but kind of a sub god, like not like the ones that you all are very familiar with now. But ever since releasing the souls from hell, I mean, everyone on this realm knows about what you've done.
Oh no!
So, because it's, I don't know, world travels fast.
I was gonna say, was it broadcasted? Were we in Big Brother and there was cameras?
Well, there was a giant freaking beam of light that shot through that hell mouth. But other than that, so, I mean, Vera imagines that, like you all, kind of they studied like where you would probably exit hell. Using the scroll, like did a bunch of, like literally went super detective mode to find you. Found where the possibilities, and there's different kind of monks, I guess, from their sect that go to these different pinpoints, and wherever you all would appear, that monk would take you wherever you really needed to go. Like they would assist you.
So like, you're actually doing your job. And there's absolutely no incentive behind doing this at all whatsoever.
Well, there might be a title in it for me, but
A title? Oh,
I
would love to know.
I do need to go get a crew though, because I can't do this man this ship myself.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't know if you heard earlier, but they're going towards this island where there's like a small town on, and because Vera is gonna try to hire some help for the ship.
Help for the ship.
Do I believe Vera when they say that they just want to help? Maybe there's a title in it for me, but they just want to help.
You can roll for it.
Yeah.
I want to roll too.
Okay.
I want to roll.
Inside check this bitch.
Well, if everyone's rolling, I'm gonna roll.
I don't want to be the only one not rolling. All right.
Calamity, you're in earshot though. It's a small ship.
I rolled a 4.
Well, you don't know.
Oh.
Sounds good to me.
Do this.
Sorry, you were rolling insights?
Yeah, and I am also rolling.
Okay, I have my number.
I got a number.
Tell me.
18 for me.
Me too!
18!
Plus 10 coins!
Yeah, I mean, they seem legit. They seem like, I don't know, they seem very excited that they're meeting you. A little, not like totally fangirl, but like kind of fangirl. And they seem authentic.
One of my many fans of my work. Do you want anything?
Ooh.
Knowing Butters, yes, Butters wants things from me.
Yeah, I gotta see, like, what...
That may be a question for when Butters returns.
Yeah, she's gonna say, or they're gonna say, let me think about it. I will let you know.
Okay. Do you plan on joining us through our mission? Are you going your separate ways after our mission once we get to the lab? Because we've had a lot of people die, just saying.
And Vera's like curious about this library of ancient texts where you all are headed. I think Vera had kind of an idea, like, what you might want to do, or, like, how, like, I think you can tell, I mean, with that roll that you made, that Vera has some, like, tricks up the sleeve to, like, help you throughout this journey. Like, there's some information that they are withholding from you. Nothing that you know is potentially negative from her body language. But, Vera knows the importance of going to this library and is kind of interested in seeing what texts exist there as well. So you can kind of put together that maybe Vera's ulterior motive is also to get to this library. But, like, so does everyone in the fucking world. Because, like, it's the most exclusive place there is. Like, all the secrets of everything that's ever happened still exists in this place and nowhere else.
Sick. And also owning a boat. And what do you need from us as your current crew to help you with this boat? What is things we could do? Do we need to fight? Are we going to, like, shoot cannons at people like I've read? I've been on
anything you can make for my ship would be awesome. I know a little bit about this town, but not much. I do know it's a town that's well traded, so there is a lot of supplies there that we can pick up. That's where I think I can get at least a good hands on the ship, but we cannot tell our crew members your identities. So maybe maybe think of some other identity, some other names, because everyone knows your names now.
Traveling merchants.
How do they know our names?
Well, maybe we know your names. Maybe not the general public, but you really look the part.
I was gonna say, should we change our appearance drastically? Because I could do that.
I don't know if we can hold that appearance for the couple of weeks it's gonna take to get down this river.
Calamity! And I'm gonna run down like to Calamity and say, okay, we need to change our appearances. Averon, you're good because I don't think they've connected you yet. So you're still good to do you. But you and me, Calamity, we gotta change our look.
Dye the rabbit pink!
That is what I was thinking!
I don't have any other looks but what I look like.
I think you may have to wear more clothes.
I'm gonna do the up and down on Calamity. And GW, could you give a little description of what Calamity currently looks like? Because I know he's given clothes, he's lost fur, he's also shrank in age. What is
well,
I think full age now.
Oh yeah,
right?
all that's blown over. I pretty much I aged back up to myself. And so yeah, you see, Calamity is kind of like this scrawny yet still fluffy, little herring gun bunny with deep black fur. Some of the fur is missing in places. Like there's a couple of patches. He kind of has like notches missing out of his ears. You can tell that he's bitten. Things have like tried to bite his ears off before. And the most notable thing, I guess, besides his obsidian fur, would be that he has this this vest on, and it's kind of like this tan leather, and you know it to be very like Frankenstein looking, as it's like Calamity has repaired this thing countless times with like different color threads and stuff, and like this dirty white shirt underneath, and he's wearing your the bracers you made for him, and no pants.
How are we gonna change your appearance? I feel like you're oddly specific, Calamity, and I'm not ready to start dyeing rabbit fur.
Dyeing rabbit fur? Why would you want to dye rabbit fur?
haven't seen a black Karen before, and it does connect you with your god pretty closely. I don't.
DM hint,
And
you have those rolls and those mushrooms.
oh, I totally do. That is good disguise. But they are also timed.
Yes.
Maybe a full suit of armor, but that doesn't really.
Well, I can cover myself in a cloak, and I can hide my ears.
Now might be the time, upon coming to this, not the current place, but the place that has all the stuff. I can make you some proper, proper garments that can clothe you properly.
Some proper garments. A pop
Yes,
proper.
something that I'm hinting towards like more spellcasty type of robes that have inscriptions and embroideries that look very, very nice. And I think that might
You got a lot of. If you have all of Fancy's supplies, there's a lot of stuff that Fancy has, besides cooking materials, that you can probably use to make, like, magical elements to things. By the way, Contagion has given 1 luck and inspo to me. Thank you.
Oh, God.
And
wow,
to Calamity as well.
Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
Give with both
I'll
hands.
take it.
wow.
Wow.
Toddle's gonna go into thinking about how he's gonna redress Calamity and himself, and is gonna turn to Averon and be like, "Is there anything you would like while I'm making things, Averon? Seeing as you are with us, and I can make things, kind of."
Tell you what, I think your focus should be on Calamity first and foremost.
I agree.
So if you have any extra time, we can talk about it then. But right now, just focus on making him look a little less Calamity.
Calamity, like obsidian black fur bunny. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to hide.
Bleach and tone.
Really
What?
well, I think we're going to need to color that fur, at least in some places.
I don't.
A robe like yours that covers everything up.
You know, I have a good idea. What if we did make some really? I'll make him some really nice robes that have like a hood, and then your ears can stick out of the hood. And
Ooh.
yeah.
Carrot bottom jeans. Carrot bottom.
Or we
Boots
could
with
get you a
rabbit
little
fur.
hat. We could get you a little hat that can sit on top of your head and hold your bunny ears on them. You know,
You could.
we have options.
Vera kind of like waves, and you just see a hand from like top of the deck. How about cat ear hat? Instead of a herringon, could be a tabaxi. You can pull that off, right?
That could work.
I've never been a cat before.
I would say, Calamity, this is your time to shine as something else if you wanted to. Be something else ever.
And you see the cat like walk along the rail over to Calamity and sit.
I like that cat. It knows what's going on.
But yeah, Calamity is open. Though a little nervous, a little taken aback, a little estranged, but he's down for a little bit of disguise. But he will be like, "Well, Toto, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna look different?"
At this point, Toddle kind of like you guys have kind of only known Toddle as being he is a rock gnome and looks like a very young rock gnome, but he always has his hood on, and he always like has these baggy sleeves, and like you can only just see like out of like what he looks like regular gnome build, but he's been kind of bigger. He looks bigger in his torso, but like no one's been really able to confirm why like he looks kind of asymmetrical. And spoiler alert, it's like everything he holds. So like he and then his little gnome feet with the curly shoes stick out the bottom. They're like little teeny tiny little gnome feet. So of course this is the look. He's kind of like pulls up his sleeves and he's just like, Yeah, okay. I think it's also time for me to like ditch the robe since it's not serving us any purpose whatsoever anymore. I'm just gonna have to. Well, good thing about me is that I'm a rock gnome, and there's a lot of those. So,
True.
and he kind of like swishes off his robes. He's flashing everybody. No, what you'll see underneath is like some pretty heavy armor, like the armor that I built for from Terrence's armor and the Hell armor, which I haven't quite have. I don't quite have a picture of what it looks like in my head yet, but I'm imagining just like a pretty beefy amount of armor is going to be on his chest plate, and then he is just littered in oddly shaped vials of with liquids in them and things that people are little spores. You see glitter, like there's things shining, like all kinds of different sizes of potions, and you're just like, yeah, this guy is on some other kind of brainwave than everybody else, right? Which in theory he is, right? He's super smart. And he's like, I mean, dude, I don't like to draw all the attention that I hold all these different potions. So that's why I wear the robe. However, it might be time to find a proper way to store my vowels other than just having them like littered on me and clinking onto every little part of my vest I can. So
well, perhaps you can put them in this bag of holding. And then, do we have any other weapons that you can carry instead? Because they're going to be looking for someone who's good with potions, but they're not going to be looking for a wee warrior.
Yeah. Toddle does actually carry a handful of weapons. A couple of daggers, a hammer, and actually quite a few daggers. I have a lot of daggers for some reason, and then a crossbow. So.
Kiss rock and roll over Tor shirt under his cloak.
Surprise. That was all a joke, and I am completely naked. No.
Vera shouts out, "Better hurry up! I'm gonna dock this ship soon."
So he's gonna kind of put his cloak back on until he can get familiarized with a workshop and a library to start making things. And it's gonna just start pacing. Toddle's at least gonna start pacing.
I'm gonna take my cloak off then and hand it to Calamity and say, "Here, throw this over yourself so that you can make yourself look a little more like Tottle there. That way it'll look like the two of you are together." Which we are.
Okay. And I'll put it on. I'll like drape it around myself a couple of times because Everand's so tall, and yeah, I'll try to like, maybe put like a small pillow back there to get a little asymmetrical hump going.
I see.
Nice. Okay, and then you are gonna come up. It looks like there is gonna be a station with a ton of different piers. It looks like there's other ships kind of already docked there, and people like either taking out or unloading a ton of crates and things like that. There's a couple of creatures in cages too. You see someone pull out kind of a giant leopard, something that is unknown to this area, and is kind of rolling the leopard along. And Vera's gonna throw on a hood as well, tuck a couple of the emblems away, and is gonna toss one of the ropes to you, Averan, and says, "Help me dock this ship." And at that, we're gonna take our first break.
Yay.
Where we're gonna announce the first giveaway winner at the end of our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes, so just hang tight, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah. Be sure to type in !critical in chat.
Only if you want to win stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. To get a paradise.
Yes.
2 tickets to paradise.
I dare you.
See you in 10 minutes. We are back in action. There's 2 of me and none of Mackenzie. Let me fix that. Yeah, so welcome back. We're going to go ahead and call a winner for the giveaway. Calamity, do you want to do the honors?
Right now, there is one... What?
There's a raid! Divergent Dice. Hello. Shenanigans 11, and I'm not even going to attempt pronouncing that. Welcome. I have the Ube.
Thank you, Divergent Dice. I hope you had a fun stream. Welcome. Be sure to enter !critical in the chat to enter in our giveaway, because right now, we only have one person in it. So
they got good odds.
Chances of winning are very high.
Is this for the Griffin Co. stuff?
No. This is for... We're doing 2 critical dice.
Just like that.
Legit.
Get in. Also, and those fucking things are so good. I love those pretzel ube dip things. They're so good.
Ube's back in Trader Joe's. I'm so happy about it.
They're so good. Get them. Oh. We have them at work.
All right, so we got Mackenzie, we got Chris, we got Baptized in Pus, and Pus. I'm gonna write Bip. Anti-Kitherol. I think I said that right. Anti-Kitherol.
Sounds like Mike Tyson saying fish.
Anti-Kythero.
Contagion. Tig. All right.
You're ready, Tig.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people on the list. Let me get a D8. 8 is a reroll.
Okay.
Still in number these 2. So 1 will be Shift 70. 2 will be... What did I write? Who's number 2?
I have no idea.
It's an M name. Let me scroll up real
quick.
Oh,
me.
That's you, Mackenzie.
I'm the M.
3...
What was I mentioned? Existential nerd?
4 is Baptized in Pus. 5 is... where are you?
Existential nerd, do not forget.
Alright, putting Existential there. He is number 8.
Augers.
Okay, 5 is Anti. 6 is Contagion. 7 is Tig. Existential is 8. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good.
Butters is gonna join soon. He was asleep.
What a
classic. Good luck to you all.
Get it.
Where's my phone?
Number 5. Anti-Kitherel.
Hey!
Did I say your name right? I feel like I said it right. Anti-Kitherel.
Get it.
Are you here? I feel like you're here because you put it in like a second ago.
Get it.
Oh, and I missed your horn. Aww.
Don't forget there is another giveaway. So if you didn't get this one, try again for the end of the show. You have to stick around for the end of the show.
All right. Anti-Kitherel, here is the link to our Discord. Hop in our Discord so we can contact you, get your info to get your dice sent out to you. And congratulations. And anyone can jump in the Discord. Like, you don't have to be a winner. I mean, to be real, all of you are winners in our hearts.
Oh.
But hop in the Discord. It's chill. It's fun. You have a good time. And I think that's it for me. Back to you, Ann.
Okay. Sup, nerds? Welcome back. Thanks for entering the giveaway. Oh my gosh, these ube pretzels though, like. So, the ship is docked. I don't know if y'all can tell the players. I know you can see my screen right now, but the online Twitch can't see the screen right now because I'm gonna say like because I didn't make a dock map. Okay, so the ship is anchored. It's all tied up. Averin and Vera have been kind of working on it for the last 20-25 minutes or so. What do y'all do? As you look around, it looks like it kind of enters this gated kind of community. It looks like the river. There's a couple of beachy like river banks, but the majority of it is cliffs and a giant stone wall. It looks like there are pedestrians walking along this wall as well on the outside of the city or town. And from what you can see, it looks pretty packed, just full of buildings. A lot of it, like, really residential, so, like, little duplex homes and things like that. A lot of humans walking around in particular, as well as a couple of halflings and half-elves. What do y'all do?
Test. 1, 2, 3.
We hear you.
Hey!
Hey.
Hello!
Good
Welcome.
morning. How are you
How
doing?
was your nap?
So for those of you who don't know, I work at a coffee shop, so I need to be up super fucking early in the morning, and sometimes that means I pass the fuck out when I get home. I apologize.
Fair enough.
You should hear what Anne said about your character while you were gone. So many things happened.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
We ain't gonna say it though. We ain't gonna say it.
All the things. So
Well,
I gotta re-roll again, right? We're going with character number 3?
you were already eaten. But Vera, you parked the ship at this island. You're trying to search for a crew because you're gonna be on this river for the next couple of weeks before you hit the mountain range.
Cool.
So you opted to check out this town. You've heard a little bit about it, but not much. You know that it's like a trade town. It's pretty small, but it's pretty busy. You don't know of any like particular alliances that are in this area. You do know there's a small cult group that's probably here. And it's very apparent now because there are symbols of this cult group kind of on these walls of this town.
Do I recognize any of these symbols?
Yeah, I mean, they're very common. Kind of the bigger, like, mobsters of this realm.
could I try to locate a sign of what this place might be called, and then I want to do like a history check to see if I know this place.
You do see a sign. It's on.
Okay.
It's kind of small. Like you might have to walk up to it, but if you do, it's kind of a barren, like torn up old banner. It's called the Town of Oath.
Oath. Oh.
Like you take an oath.
Like you take an oath, and
Oath
I
Town.
did roll a 21 on my history because I'm smart. Do the Toddles know anything about oath?
Yeah, if you roll a 21, you know all the things. Small trade town. It's actually quite famous for luring in particularly magic items. Like you do know that this town is actually magically, like heavily magically protected, because the family that lives in the mountain range, you know, that you guys are headed to, uses this town as a small kind of port city. So there's a lot of like really intense trade and like maybe, you know, exclusive items.
When you say family, do you mean like mob family?
One of the big families that kind of runs
Marians
everything.
or the Tyrix?
The what are the elf people?
I was gonna say
The
bad
Toddles.
alignment or good alignment. Are they on the good side or the bad side?
Bad. They're all bad.
Oh no. Okay, so they're on the bad side. Okay.
Well, when you say bad, that's very relative.
That's true. You are correct, but
They just hold a lot of the
mean-
power.
there's
Legal?
two sides.
Well, as you read, like this family in particular is kind of ostracized by the other families.
Yes.
They kind of keep to themselves. So there's not a lot known about them.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to everybody and be like, guess what? I know this town. This town is gonna have a lot of goods that I'm gonna want to first me sell off of because I think it's gonna come in handy here. And second, is gonna come really in handy for preparing you guys for what I need you like. I need to like make new things for you guys in order to be able to survive in the mountain range. So this is gonna be perfect for us.
Oh, what kind of wondrous things could you possibly have in store for us? Jesus
Well-
Christ, I don't have that voice.
Well, as discussed, we are going to meet, both me and Calamity are going to be changing our appearances, so as to not be called upon like how we were, you know, releasing things. I say that in the slightest of whispers.
So y'all are getting ready on the ship before you exit?
Oh, I exited already. I found the
Oh, okay.
signs.
Okay, cool.
Well, I could possibly help you out with that. Here. And then Vera is gonna walk into the back of the ship and come out with like a full disguise kit.
There you go.
All right, and then for Toddle, they're gonna just whip out like a bunch of brushes and stuff and be like, "Oh, please hold still," and they just start like tweaking and contouring their face, and then they whip out a wig at one point. They have like some fake clothes, and they throw that on them, and they're like, "There, I guess this makes sense." And Toddle now looks like a halfling who's extremely short.
An extra short halfling.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna like put a finger to my face and like wipe it and it doesn't come off and be like potent.
Careful with the fake feet.
Right. This is so weird not having my curly shoes.
Fuck, what
Calamity
would I
next,
do?
but Calamity's wearing Averon's giant cloak right now, so he is disguised. I want to get Calamity something that might be able, like, I want to make him something or get him something that might
Can we
be
get
able
Calamity
to...
stilts?
That could be cool. Or, like, something that raises him
Ooh.
higher.
Or
if he
would
needs it.
in Fancy's bag would there be any flour
Oh wait, no, I have an idea.
in his face?
Oh, Vera just picks Calamity up and puts him on their shoulders, but with the cloak, like, because how tall are you, Averon?
I mean, don't little rascals it, because you have to be in this disguise for like weeks.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, Avaran is like 6 feet.
Yeah, bring it on. Fucking done. That cloak can totally cover the both of us.
Okay. Cool. I still want to get him something that's
Unless
gonna, like...
Calamity doesn't like this.
I mean, this brand new person that he met earlier that day is just picking him up, putting him on his shoulders.
Am I just like a hump to you now?
No, you're like the face.
Maybe this isn't the best.
Total laughs at that.
Calamity, in my work, I am a master of disguise. It will surely be the most convincing disguise you've ever seen.
Well, can you maybe hunch over or something? He looks very odd with a tiny head on top of a full-size body.
So, Vera kind of like gets into character and like adopts the stance of a very old man. And then, I think they're just gonna grab like a quarterstaff and just. How was this?
Oh. That's good.
I'm actually impressed with that.
Okay. Well, that solves that.
I'm putting all of the disguises as characters right now.
This is great.
Old man.
Yeah, and I do.
Oh my god, this fucking
I'm-
Conan character. Jesus.
I'm gonna say Calamity. Like, okay, so as I am the face of this like new elderly person, Calamity's gonna say out loud, "Vera, are you supposed to be getting helping hands for this ship? I don't think me being your face is good."
It's okay, I can do all the talking. Just mouth along.
Sure.
So you are gonna do the you're gonna sit on their shoulders.
So
Yep,
I'm
this is the
gonna, yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess it'll be a. Well, what would it be? I guess we'd both make.
Okay,
what is it?
old man,
Theatrics
whatever.
checks.
What, like a performance check?
Yeah, there we go.
Brad.
I have a +1.
Every interaction, you roll a performance check.
Oh gosh. All right, let's see. Okay. Do you all enter the city?
Yeah, and I want to roll a perception check to kind of take a gander at what's available to us to look at.
Totally.
Yay! I got 18.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's not a map.
Well,
So-
shit.
So it seems easy enough to get lost. It looks like, you know, the docks and all the ships are just the one side of the island, so at least that's easy to spot. But as for the town itself, like, you don't see any sort of, like, I don't know, it seems like you notice a lot of the shops nearby, and there are doors, like, everywhere. Shops to enter, barkeeps, things like that, but none of them have any titles. Nothing's labeled.
Are any of them like kind of like, for example, if there were a blacksmith, would it be kind of open and we'd be able to see someone like hammering away inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no signs, nothing that indicates what anything was. So
You'll notice the residential areas are normally like tightly closed doors, and they all look kind of similar. So you can separate like the housing from the more public areas.
okay, well let's go to the shops and.
So, DM, just a quick question.
Mhm.
Unlike all the other characters, I have 20 gold to my name. How am I gonna pay people to join this?
I don't know. People take more than just money.
Looks like Vera's doing a lot of sexual favors.
I hope not.
Or Vera can ask nicely. Because we might have money.
So you're all standing there, and there's like a group of people kind of carrying different crates to different areas. You first get into, as soon as you enter, it seems to be a tight-fitted area. Like, this whole town is made up of alleyways, it looks like.
Interesting.
You look to your right, it seems to be kind of a really, more of a tight, secretive alleyway over here. Of course, if you go straight, it looks like the route continues. But otherwise, kind of a confusing place, kind of discreet and everything. Directly to your left, it looks to be kind of a tavern or like a meeting place of sorts. It looks like there is a desk with someone there who's kind of talking to people or talking to crew members of different ships and things, probably navigating the port side of things or administrating it. And next to them is like a restaurant. It looks like they're selling a ton of really delicious looking seafood, like king crab legs, shrimp, you know. And this is all luxurious looking food. And that's when you kind of get the hint, like, oh, like, whatever goes through the city is probably super wealthy, you know. Whereas Todd already knows this. Everyone
Okay.
here is healthy, looks pretty well off, you know, all the residents that you've seen so far.
Nice. Well, then they'd be really nice if we just asked them, right? Where we could, find this crew members.
Yeah, how do you ask someone where's the scummy, shitty part of town?
Yeah, exactly. How do you say like we need hired hands? Question mark. I am gonna go into the nearest door that is open to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go with, and I think I'll address that person at the desk or table or whatever that seem to
Yeah.
be people.
Yeah. So the person there, sorry if the map is confusing as hell to people. The person there is a woman. Looks like she's signing a ton of paperwork. There are kind of anxious dudes surrounding her, kind of giving her a hard time. And she's kind of like up to her wits' end because she's the only one there. And everyone's trying to come down for the night. Like they're waiting to check into their inns. But there's like a bunch of adverse requests coming in and she's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. One guy threatens her life and grabs her by the throat and says, if you don't sign this release, this is gonna find you. And he's gonna pull up a huge fucking like curved dagger that's definitely not from this place.
I draw my sword, put it to his throat.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Before he can-
my crossbow and shoot him in the fucking head.
Rolled a hit. Rolled a hit.
Oh,
Both
okay.
of us?
Yeah,
I
both of
I
you.
was just gonna threaten him, but you came out guns blazing. Go for it.
No, I shoot him in the fucking head. Because he's obviously causing mischief, and I can't be having that. 6.
6 plus anything?
Plus 3. 8.
8.
Nine.
Wait.
Actually, 8 does not hit.
Wait, I rolled my piercing, I'm sorry. Let me roll.
Rolled a hit.
To hit. Yes, to hit.
14.
14.
That's better. That hits.
Okay.
So before I find this dagger straight through your gut, and he freezes in his sentence, and you see just one of Toddle's spears just directly through his throat and stuck there. There's a shake from his hand. He does let the woman's throat go, and he collapses and he hits the ground. And the 5 men that are surrounding the desk all stop and turn towards you guys.
Meanwhile, my arm is just still kind of out thrust, like, and the dude like falls dead past me, or just like
Pretty much.
And I just look at Toddle and be like, for the love of God.
I just came from hell. I just came from hell.
I realized we should
I have no
probably use,
patience.
pseudonyms in this place and not using our actual names, so I addressed Toddle as Murphy.
Murphy. Who the hell do you think you are? And then as you look, someone from the shadows, looks like from behind the desk where the woman's working. This older guy, missing a little bit of hair in the back of his head. He looks like he's been working all day. He's covered in sweat. He doesn't smell good. His hands are still full of what looks to be mustard. It looks like he was just eating a sandwich when this happened. He wipes the mustard off of his shirt. Who do you think you are? Bringing this into my town?
Toddle still is gonna have his crossbow, and he's gonna start reloading it while turned to Aperon and be like, Murphy? Murphy?
Well, that's your name, right?
Murphy! And he's just obviously, he's ready to load, and he's ready to re-aim it at these guys and be like, okay, so it looks like this guy, and I turn to the woman, and it's gonna be like, they were giving you a hard time. I'm here to, I don't have time for this, is kind of gonna be Toddle's
Well,
expression. I don't have time for this.
the other men kind of back away. You notice a couple of them just kind of leave the desk alone and kind of walk towards the end to check themselves in. One of the guys, though, does take a release form and fakes his signature and leaves towards the dock. The woman looks at you, Toddle, and just looks at her boss, who is addressing you, and kind of nods. He was threatening my life. And the guy kind of looks at her, looks at them, looks at the dead body, and he's like still alive, just kind of convulsing a little bit, like choking on his own blood. What do you all want? What are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, go ahead. You go
Oh,
first.
please. Well, you see, sir, we were in town. We just landed at the dock there. We were looking for lodgings and potentially to hire a crew to help man our ship. And then this ruffian here was giving this lady a hard time. And so my friend here, whose heart is a little bit bigger than his brain, he acted a little quickly, and I'm sure he's very sorry for bringing this kind of trouble to your town. But as it is,
Oh, sorry. So
as it is, we were just trying to keep the peace, like you yourself would do.
And there's a couple of bystanders who are kind of walking and like looking at the body at the ground, and he kind of waves his hand. Nothing to see here. Keep walking. And he kind of sighs and crosses his arms. Well, how about y'all just get the fuck away from here? Good luck to you. And he kind of turns around and like, he is shuffling through the desk and he's trying to look for like something. It looks like trying to find, I think, somebody to pick up this body. Whereas the girl, and she's young. She's like 16. And her hair is blonde. It's tied into a ponytail. She's human. And she kind of looks over at you all and kind of nods thank you. But then kind of grabs her things and like leaves.
So, Calamity, just a heads up, you would have felt Vera's muscles like abnormally tense up for a second and then relax during this whole confrontation.
He makes note of that, and his eyes are wide and mouth agape at just everything that just happened. Like, this was a very extreme way to say hello to a new place, and so he's just overwhelmed and just being silent.
But yeah, I
So
mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you go first.
Well, I was just going to say I'm putting my sword back in the sheath.
Yeah. What'd I tell you?
Speaking of swords, I'm gonna say Vera left theirs on the ship.
Okay.
Just
What are you all still standing there for?
Apologies. We're moving.
yeah, Vera's gonna like slowly kind of shuffle and like
Fuck out of here.
kind of like hold on to Averon and like pretend like they need a little assistance moving around.
I hold my arm out.
Tuttle is gonna put the crossbow away, but is still gonna seem pretty agitated and like my answer was not finished. Like my confrontation, I am not finished with you yet. So I'm gonna walk up to this gentleman and be like, "Sir, you didn't answer my question. I just saved your employee from potential death. Could you please let me know where the nearest spot in town is where I can get some hired hands?"
Roll a
Yes.
what's it called?
Persuasion.
Not persuasion.
Oh.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Okay. I have a +1 in intimidation. This will go.
You have a +1 in intimidation? Damn.
You could be scary.
I mean, you did just kill someone.
I'm really gonna need some help with this one, y'all.
I mean,
I rolled a nat 1.
Really?
I really need help. Okay,
Well, a nat one is a nat one. Unless
that would
any
be a saving throw. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got a 2, but the plus, so I technically got a 2.
And your attempt to be threatening, you're gonna drop your crossbow by accident, and it's gonna land on your foot, and you're gonna get 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
God fucking damn it all! I hate.
Sorry.
He says this. No, Tuttle says this and is pissed. And it's just growing more and more agitated.
I kind of like reach back and grab Murphy by the elbow and just kind of pull him back as he's like fighting to get this guy. Just like, come on now,
So
cause any more trouble.
Vera whispers at Calamity, are they always like this?
Oh, we're still new to each other, but normally they're not like this. I think Toddle is going through something.
And as you're walking, you're gonna see that young girl, because you helped her. She's gonna whisper, "Psst," and call you over to a nearby alley.
Before, as I'm being held up by Averon, I'm gonna take one of Toddle's little tinkering toys, which is essentially a fart bomb. It's a fart bomb, and I'm gonna just like chuck it out the side. It comes in a little vial, and I'm gonna like crack open the vial and drop it in there.
Which vial?
So petty.
Which
it's like a little. It's nothing I have on. Like it's just one of the like little tinkering things that you can make.
Oh yeah, what is it though? I missed that.
It's a fart bomb. Like
Oh.
it's literally just a fart bomb. Like it's just to smell bad. So he's just gonna just because he's upset. And it's just like, you know what?
Good to know. Noted.
Yeah, and he's gonna chuck it in there.
That is not a
close the
girl.
door.
And I cannot find a
Anne
girl.
Pissing off an artificer, okay?
Oh
I'm
my
sure
gosh.
Now that Anne knows that, that'll be pivotal in like the finale.
Absolutely. So you're gonna see this girl, and she's gonna appear from kind of the shadows, and it looks like it was an old sign that marked this tavern, and it looked like someone like literally took a dagger or something sharp and just scraped off the name of it. Mm-hmm. You guys, I heard you're looking for crew.
Yes, that's correct.
I saved you. Help us.
Yeah, actually, I do know a group of people who are looking for work and are looking for a way off of this island. I don't know if they've ever manned a ship before, but one of them's bound to know.
Oh, I'm just like looking at Vera to see if that's an acceptable answer.
Vera nudges Calamity and like tries to make a nodding motion with their head, hoping that Calamity understands.
I think we should have to roll something for that one.
I mean, I'm just picturing that. Like, if Calamity's on your shoulders and you're nodding your head, that would
Like
the whole front.
Like it's a micronog. It's like.
Roll if you roll higher than me, roll a d20. It'll work. If you roll lower, then no.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 2.
Oh, sweet. I rolled the 9.
Legit.
Okay,
You gotta roll a performance check, though, to keep up your disguise.
All right.
oh,
Do we
do
both
I have to do that? Do I have to do that too? Since I'm a halfling right now.
I
No.
think our disguise is a lot more.
Their disguise is more intense.
wait,
Got it.
are we both rolling for that, or is
I think
just...
Vera just rolls for it.
Okay.
Since you're technically an accessory right now.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm literally just the face. That's it.
What is it? It's
You're the face
performance,
of the
or
party.
it's a +1.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So, Calamity just like a quick little nod and kind of side eyes, looking sus, but pulls it off. Okay. You do have to go to the back of the town. There is kind of like a garden area against one of the walls. I think there's a tree there. And she points, if you go straight back and then hang a left, you should be able to find it. They're in that building. And it's a group of tabaxi that are looking for work.
Thank you for letting us know that. We'll go straight there.
How are we gonna get a group of tabaxi on a boat?
Cats on a ship.
Yeah.
True. That did happen, didn't it?
I mean, our mutual friend has multiple Tabaxi pirate characters. GW.
So As we're walking away from her, I'm gonna walk up to her, and I actually legitimately have an extra dagger that I'm gonna like hand out to her and be like, protect yourself, and then gonna follow everybody else.
She takes it. Thanks. And then at that, you're gonna hear like a kind of a loud explosion behind that door. The door's literally gonna jolt off of its hinges and kind of like set the door ajar. And there's gonna be a really putrid smell that comes from that room and like big plumes of smoke. At first, you're gonna hear like a little bit of shock, a couple of like screams, and then a pause. And as the smoke kind of spills out from underneath the door, people are gonna start coughing, hacking. There's some vomiting. One chick, like barmaid, kicks down the door Spartan style and runs out, and then so does like 4 other people.
And Toddle's gonna be sitting there laughing, and also like they're not getting any business tonight. Whispering.
And yeah, and she kind of quickly dips out and enters the door and at the end of this alley.
I think we better get out of here. I don't know if I can stand the smell much longer.
Oh, I deal with this every day. What do you think made the damn potion?
Everett, psst, psst, Everett, psst.
Yes.
When you have a chance, could you please talk to Toddle? Can you give him like one of those paladin speeches things that you gave me?
If the time is right, I will, but I don't know if it's right now. I think we might as well just go where we're going and try to find these group of tabaxi we're looking for.
Toddle just killed a man for like no reason.
Well, I might not have taken that action. I was going to intimidate him myself, but I guess that's what Toddle thought he needed to do in that moment. Don't worry, I'll speak to him about it.
Are you guys taking a right or a left?
I'm following Vera exclusively.
Well, the lady said it was straight back.
Then we're going where the lady said.
Well, you can go straight back, but you can go on the right route or the left route.
Oh.
And we're gonna take the right.
The right.
The right's right.
Bow, bow, bow.
I heard the left is right. Just saying.
And so
Or we split up.
So the marching order is
We're not
Vera.
splitting the fucking party.
And it is dark. Who's holding the torch? Actually, I just randomly gave the torch to Toddle.
I'm pretty sure I have night vision.
Okay.
I also
I
have
have dark vision.
Sorry, dark vision, right?
Night
Does everyone
vision.
have dark vision? Oh,
He doesn't.
Wait, hold on, let me check.
I'm just kind of going along for the ride, you know.
Where the
it's-
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
do you check that again?
Features and traits,
Features
probably.
and traits.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I can carry a torch or whoever. That is definitely a doable thing I can be doing with my hands. The killer, Toddle, the
I have
killer
dark
after
vision
all.
because everyone in fucking 5th edition has dark vision.
True.
And you're gonna run into kind
What
of.
the fuck does the Genasi have to... Whatever.
You're gonna run into a couple of people. It looks like an older man and his 3 sons. His 3 sons. It looks like on either side they have a house on the left side, and then it looks like they are growing various crops, like a bunch of vegetables, a couple of fruit, and it looks like a really tiny vineyard too on the far right side. And it's actually, you haven't heard children laughter in a very long time. At least in this world. And you do see, like, one of the kids is kind of talking to dad, but the 2 twins look like they're kind of running about having a good time.
I'm gonna cast message, my cantrip. I'm gonna cast message to Calamity. I don't know, because I don't know if he can hear me. Well, or not. I guess I could just talk. Calamity, do you want any vegetables?
Do you have some on you?
No, but it looks like that whole place has we'll have food for sale. We can make a pit stop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's get you some vegetables. Yeah.
You want some vegetables when you're rabbit man?
You want the vegetables? That's kind of the theme I'm going for. Yeah. Does he want some vegetables?
Thank you.
Because I know you're your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So,
you gonna walk up to the farmer?
I would like to walk up to the farmer and look non-threatening.
Yeah, he sees you because you walked by him and you circled back. Anything I can help you with?
Do you sell vegetables? As I glance over at all the crops.
Let's see. And he kind of scratches his beard a little bit. You can come in here with me. Watch out, boys. And the boys kind of like laugh and throw a ball and like follow the ball over yonder.
I have a feeling of happiness as I hear children's laughter. And all my agitation is gone.
As Tuttle feels what he feels, Calamity feels the exact opposite. Calamity is scared for these kids' lives as their father, and is just praying that Tuttle won't murder them all here.
I look very murderous. No, I don't.
So you're gonna follow dude, and he's kind of gonna walk through his little garden thing. Looks like there's an outhouse he walks around first, and through the garden. Looks like he's gonna come to almost a stand, like kind of his outdoor study. Calamity, Varen Avran, do you follow? Or do you want to stay kind of in the garden area?
I'm gonna stay kind of on the street, I guess, or the alley or whatever.
Okay.
Near the kids, but far enough away that it doesn't look creepy.
Fair enough.
I'll handle this. I'm just gonna go get some vegetables.
I'm on Vera's back, so I don't know where I am. Wherever Vera is, walks, I'm there.
Where are you walking?
I thought I was leading the way.
He's just like way down that alleyway.
They're still walking. I'll say you're in the garden then.
All right, cool.
So, Toddle, you follow this guy, and he kind of goes into his outdoor study, and it looks like it's a workbench as well. Like, it looks like he makes labels and things. Like, there's bookkeeping of like all the sales he's ever made. Looks like there's a big thing of mead and some. Looks like the crates of wine as well, and he does offer you a bottle of wine.
Oh, I would love a bottle of wine.
This is one of my finest, made right here on this island.
So, what is your name?
Oh, my name's Walker.
And is this your label? You said this is your label, Walker. Are you well known in these parts?
I mean, I do what I can. I've made more sales this year than I have in a long time, thanks to my sons.
Wow.
And he continues, and there's like rolls of cheese, but it's dark, it's nighttime. He doesn't have any torches lit. And you do see just piles of pretty much fucking everything. You see a bunch of citrus, so tangerines. There's also a bunch of apples, even some mangoes. What the fuck? Those looks like those are his private stash, but he offers to sell you a couple of them. Looks like he just got them off of a ship from somewhere else. Also a bunch of grapes. There's a bunch of bread as well, and every vegetable, like different like purple cabbage, microgreens, carrots, all kinds of stuff, onions, potatoes.
Sick.
And he pretty much sits back and kind of digs through and kind of raises a hand, offers you to look around and kind of basket whatever things you need. And he kind of searches in his pocket for like a little notebook to write something. What are you gonna pocket?
Right now what I'm doing is I'm checking what money Fancy had in the bag of holding. Give me 2 seconds.
It's a legal fuck ton.
It's a lot.
Okay. I'm not gonna show off any. I'm just gonna be like, so, is it in platinum or gold? Do we know?
Platinum.
It's
Gold. Sorry.
It's in gold.
it's in.
Some of it is in platinum.
Okay.
Let me check.
We have what we need. Like,
Jesus
whatever we
fucking
can-
Christ. Okay. So,
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this was landers, but
Okay.
We'll talk about it later. We're not getting into it right now. We're not getting into numbers right now.
you have infinite money.
Okay, I'm just gonna like slab down like 100 coins and be like, can you give me like a general?
Just make sure they're gold coins.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put like 100 down and just be like, can we just kind of get a little surveying of everything? We're gonna be on a ship for a while, so I want to make sure everything's well stocked in the food category.
And he kind of smiles and is like, he's like, wow, okay, like great, and starts to load up, especially all the stuff he didn't sell earlier in the market. But he asks, where are y'all headed?
That's a great question. I'm trying to find. Would you happen to know where a very well-sized workshop and library are? To your knowledge, and then he's gonna take out his cartographer tools and start like preparing as if he knows.
I mean, we have a workshop and library here on this
Something
island.
I need something a little bit grander. Something like maybe a couple of towns over. Would you happen to know?
You mean the big city?
Yeah,
Up there in the mountains.
Names?
I do have the name of the city.
Yay.
Well, I will say you say the name of the city.
Okay. Name of city. Wow.
Chicago.
Can I roll at being total as I am? Can I roll a history check to know if I know anything about this city?
Well, it's one of the cities you already read about that one of the major family owns. Oh yeah, you weren't there that game when I talked about it, but there's one of the families are elves, and they kind of keep to themselves. This family, they live in a castle that's kind of in a small town that's kind of tucked away in really like barren, icy mountains. It's really, really hard to get to. Not a lot of people ever go there, so there's not a lot of what's really known about it besides their library, which is famous for having all the secrets, like everything everyone would ever want to know is in this library. And the elves, because they might not have as many resources to kind of, to really substantiate themselves as like a higher class family than like the others, 'cause they're very competitive with each other. They are the most magically inclined. So if you were to put any of even the demon family against this family, they would get fucking destroyed by these elves, because they have so much power in the way of magic, which is how they got their power in the first place. That's where you're headed. So once you tell Daddy-O over here about that, he puts his notebook down, and he's still with one hand kind of like opening one of the ties for one of the boxes of tangerines to load for you.
Okay.
How are you going to climb those mountains? Just you. You're pretty wee.
I am pretty wee. I indeed am of the wee stature. Great question. I am gonna have to sitting there thinking like, do you know a shop in which I can purchase or fabricate some climbing gear, as well as heavy materials to withstand cold? Because
a friend of
a wee halfling.
A friend of mine owns a shop. I think they're closed now. He's probably asleep, him and his wife, but they're just a couple blocks over that way. And he kind of points over, like if you were to continue down this road. But yeah, he'll help you out. I have something for you too, since you're all generous and all. And he kind of looks around and he leaves you for a second. And he comes back with a cloth, and the cloth is like a really beautiful cobalt blue, and it looks like it's made out of silk. There's some silver embroidery on it that seems to look iridescent, like the thread itself is made of magic. And he hands it to you. Anything you wrap in here will preserve it, even if you're burned by fire, underwater, frozen by ice, let's say. This should protect it as long as it's tied around it. Should help you out.
Thank you, Walker. That's very kind of you, as I have not been to the mountains in quite a while. So,
You'll probably want some furs
for
too.
aid. This I will be making a stop by your friend to check in the morning. But
All
as
right.
you were still open, I figured I would take advantage of what I can at this time.
And he's a little concerned for you. But yeah, I mean, he suggests to get some new clothes, sets of furs, like more than just what to wear, but just a pile of them to have, some good shoes. And he's like talking about, like, he's like listing it all for you. He's like mansplaining what kind of furs to get and what kind of leathers. And he's like packing it up for you. And eventually he does hand different parcels and things. And he sets you up for your journey. He gives you an abundance of food. You're good for those weeks. And
Yay!
he loads it on a crate. So which one's your ship? I can have my men send it out to you tomorrow morning.
The very nonchalant, very ordinary looking one.
Okay, they can find it. You'll know this is yours. And he's gonna tie a little blue thread so he can identify the parcels.
Okay.
And he's
Just
gonna
like at the airport.
yeah.
Exactly.
And he's gonna lure you back to your friends.
Yay, Walker! What a nice friend.
I know. It's about time you ran into. It's about time you ran into like a normal fucking human being.
I think maybe even just seeing that he has children and seeing as if the last child we saw
Where'd he
got
go? I lost him.
brutally murdered, we can't. I just want to preserve that life as much as possible.
Fair.
Or, make sure that they are not brutally murdered or kidnapped by Wendigos.
I mean, that seems to be commonplace in this fucking universe.
It's true.
True. That's okay.
Varen, Calamity, you're gonna notice that Toddle and Walker, Walker's still like talking about different types of metals and stuff, and like all this. Every he passes like a plant or a bush, and he talks about that bush. Like he'll find things to like poke around about his property as he's walking through it. The boys are kind of laughing, and one of them kind of walks and whispers and kind of tugs on him. Looks like he's hungry. Well, good luck on your journey, Toddle, my friend.
I
mean,
when I
whatever your name was.
yeah, I was like, sir.
when I see the dad comes out in one piece and alive, I give like the biggest exhale, just like that. Almost that entire time, Calamity just wasn't breathing. He was.
Vera kind of goes to like make it look like there's like the old man is scratching his head, but she's just trying to like, it's okay.
Calamity will accept this. He will accept this.
Yeah, and at that, Averon, go ahead and make a perception check, please.
We're all gonna
Also, just like a quick little side thing, I'm gonna hand 10 gold to I'm gonna hand 10 gold to the to Walker just on the sly, is in a little bag, just like, and if you're friends with the shop owner that's down the ways, just say that's from a very guilty party. You'll know what it means.
And he takes it. What's your roll?
16 total.
All right, Averon, you're gonna notice there's a little bit of chatter, like Walker's saying goodbye and everything, and the kids are playing behind you. You hear something in the darkness up ahead. It looks like there's a couple lights from this kind of garden area where this man lives, and his whole property seems to be lit up, but as soon as his property ends, it's nothing but darkness ahead of you. And you see for a moment what looked to be just a normal shadow, maybe casted from something, but then the shadow moves. And you come to realize that this creature has been watching you this whole time. And you just see big yellow eyes kind of like open up, kind of squint, and then the shadow disappears and runs further down this hallway. And at that, we are going to end tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining, you guys.
Sketchy.
Creepy.
Ending it on a sketchy note.
As we do.
We got Butters tonight. Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
what? Where? I didn't see anyone.
And
Look,
almost
I had to
Mackenzie.
escape prison to be here. All right.
I adore you. All right, we have one more giveaway. Has everybody entered the giveaway?
Last chance to enter exclamation point critical in the chat for your chance to win some dice. Last chance, last chance.
I dare you.
Go ahead
How
and
dare you.
8 ready just in case. Yeah.
Critical.
Let's see.
Protects and preserves. Just like jam. Strawberry jam. It protects and preserves.
All right, let's see. So number 1 is Shift 70. Number 2 is Mackenzie. Number 3 is Chris. Number 4 is Baptism Pus. Number 5 is Anti-Kithara. Number 6 is Contagion. Number 7 is Tig. Number 8 is Existential Nerd. Good luck to you all. Blah, 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 blah. 7. Tig, congratulations.
Yay!
Some more dice, friend.
Yay!
And
Tig man
let's
coming in
raid-
clutch.
Let's raid our
Tig toe.
friends
Sorry, that's the
over
show.
at
Kind of sucks.
Dungeon
That
Mechanics.
was so weird.
Usually
Dungeon
they end
Mechanics.
before we do, but they're still going, so let's go to them.
Oh, yay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Watch us show up as their stream ends.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, we tried.
Oh, bye.
Oh, sorry. There you go. You're
Oh
kind
no,
of...
you're revealing the
wait,
magic.
stop.
What?
Nordic said they just ended.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind.
Okay, well, okay.
I called it. I
Thanks for the
fucking
heads up,
called it.
Nordic. I thought that, because I literally just checked. I thought, but okay. You guys talk about what was your favorite thing today while I look for someone else.
My favorite thing was when I woke up at 8 o'clock and was like, "Oh shit, today's Monday."
My favorite thing was when Toddle just indiscriminately murdered someone.
Yeah, are we gonna like? talk
Welcome
about
to-
that? Like, is Toddle Toddle? What's your fucking alignment at this point?
So Toddle is normally like a true neutral, kind of chilling. He kind of goes by what's.
No, you know what? Toddle's player, Mackenzie, has worked in customer service for so long. When she even saw... she was hella triggered.
I was like, bitch, don't, nah, not today. True.
I can't freaking, what do you call it? Crossbow someone in the throat at work, but I can in this game.
I sure fucking can. Yeah.
I hear your lattes cold.
cold. Cold brew.
All right, before we head out, we have Tig giving up his giveaway to welcome Contagion into the community. Contagion, you now have 3 dice.
Aw.
If you are not already in the Discord,
Oh, I just broke my thing.
hop in there so we can
Contagion's
contact you.
a
Yes.
friend of mine. I'll give you Contagion's info.
Oh, nice, awesome, cool.
But do
And-
join the Discord.
Yes,
It's fun.
yes.
We talk a lot.
Or
it's
else.
a good time.
Or else.
Or
I'll
else.
Crossbow you. Crossbow.
Let's
She
In the
will.
freaking head.
and let's raid our friends at Total Party Chill.
I fucking
Yeah!
The second I saw them online,
I
was
love
like,
them.
Yeah, let's do it.
We love Total
Yay.
Party Chill. All right, thank
Yeah.
you so much, you guys. Oops, hold on. Don't go yet. Why can't?
Ooh, before we do, we should have like some kind of cool like raid message. What's a cool raid message that we can Let's do it.
Get
So the-
crossbowed.
Get,
the
is there a
raid message to
crossbow
everyone in
emoji?
chat.
Crossbow.
when you enter into TPC's chat, enter bwomp 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 bwomp. You can spell it however you want. That is our raid message to them.
No. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Get crossbowed.
I like that.
Yeah.
Bwomp, so let's,
Hold on, it froze. Sorry.
Yeah,
Because we kept changing the raid phrase.
exactly how Mackenzie typed it,
Get crossbow.
but just with the blah 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 blah. Here, I'll type the blah blah. You can start copying.
Fuck, hold on, I'm reloading Twitch. I hope I didn't lose anyone.
We're all having a comfy time.
Oh.
We're ready for
Blah 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 blah.
All right,
Okay, crossbow.
let me copy this. Copy and paste.
Wait, wait, wait.
Blah, 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 blah.
arrow. Wait, I got this. You guys, I've been on Twitch long enough to know how to do this. Hold on.
And then get crossbowed.
I got this. I got this.
And then a crossbow.
Is it working for you guys? I can't even open it right now.
Can't open what?
Twitch.
I'm
on
at
it right now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not logged in to like.
Can you see us like moving? Like, is it all cut
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, I can see us moving.
Oh, what the fuck then?
Twitch is twitching. We're twitching.
La, 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 la. It's not. It won't load the page for me.
There, we got it.
Well, I already. Yes. Yes.
Maybe
We can
if I-
also. I can also do it the moderator way.
Can you do it? Because I can't load anything right now.
Yeah, I'll do it. So let me cut this. So
Wait, they're offline.
total.
They're offline.
They're offline now.
Yeah, we missed them.
All right, we're going. We're going
Blind
to
water.
to charisma. Let's see
Also,
who's
Quincy's
gonna die.
Tavern is on too.
We're
Just
going
go to someone. Just click and go
Darling
to someone.
Creep Show.
Do it. Do it. We gotta.
I'm
We gotta
typing
move.
them in. I'm typing them in.
We got a lot of folks.
As you can see, guys, we run a very professional stream.
We do.
We have a lot of friends.
how
We're
we
just
do it.
popular.
Wait, can we
Wait,
raid
you guys
one
have
of?
friends?
All right. First, getting 5, 4, 3, 2. Tell me said hi.
Blah 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 blah.